The Florida trail and ultra running community too is really close knit. It seems like they all know one another. There seems like there's a race every weekend all year round, and they do travel well.
They have to.
They travel well. They travel in packs.
All right, welcome to Pacer Travel special edition of Q and A with Josh and Luke, who just came off Cocodona 250. I'm trying to think. I don't even know. I'm trying to find the thing to put it. There it is, right there. All right, there we go. We are on. So, all right. I always like to have it up in front of me. So, welcome, guys, straight off of Cocodona. We are excited to have you guys here. We'll talk about hopefully get some people in the chat to ask some questions, but I got some good questions too that we can ask you guys. Had a blast out there with you guys. So cool thing is you guys were pretty close together for a lot of the race, so we got to see both you guys the whole time, which was awesome. So we had a really good time. Josh, how'd it go? Josh, what was your time? What would you?
85:53:07, I believe.
Cool. And Luke, what was your finishing time?
I have no idea. It was like 105 something.
So nice. And I was happy. I got 62 miles out there. I got the 100K. I got all the fun sections that I wanted. I wanted the dells. I got the dells at mid-afternoon. Got Hangover Trail. It was that night. Luke said if he ran Hangover during the day, he would have quit the race right then.
Yep.
We had a really good time. So so we'll get into this a little bit. We have questions already coming in. And so glad you guys are back. First, we kind of talked to Josh really quickly before, but how's the recovery going? How's the leg feel? How's everything going?
Sorry, the dogs were being bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good actually. Like it was Saturday and Sunday. It was a little rough, and then yesterday I went back to work. Wore compression socks all day, and today my legs actually look pretty much normal. Yeah. My feet feel much better. My toes are all jacked up, but they
didn't look bad out there, because we saw them at every aid station.
Yeah,
they didn't.
They're looking a little special.
Yeah. So, Josh, how are you feeling?
Yeah, overall good. Swelling's definitely out of my legs. Legs were definitely swollen for a couple of days, but a lot of compression boots. Got a few massages, as Jeff likes to make fun of me for getting. But getting that attrition out of my legs, and and then yesterday did an ice bath and some sauna, and that definitely helped. And then got a little bit of a hike run in today just to kind of keep the blood flowing. But over and all, feet are a little sore. My right ankle got a little bit of something going on in there, but it's starting to loosen up. But yeah, feel good.
Cool. And Nicole, I mean, you. Basically, I mean, if you don't know what it's like to crew this race, it is unbelievable. So, she barely got any sleep, and I had a front row to see how she was doing the whole time. How are you feeling? How's your recovery going?
Good. I'm getting lots of sleep. I'm still sleeping. I'm still catching up on sleep, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I slept. What night did I get back? Friday night. I slept probably 12 hours between Friday. I was in bed by like 7, and I think I woke up. I think I slept 7 hours. It was it was crazy. It was, my body was crazy, really off on that. So I got a great question from John Ballman, and it's funny, he's asking why, but at the same time, John did 150 miles almost the same time. He was just 100 miles under you, so he did big scrub over the weekend. So what is your why? Why did you guys want to do this race?
Go ahead. Joe.
Yeah. Well, I've been at it. I've been out of Cocodona for 2 years now. I did the 38 miler 2 years ago. Last year, I paid and crewed a good few sections, like from Whiskey Road to Mingus, and then Wildcat to the finish, because you could have pacers in that section last year. But I mean, I think overall for me, my why's just been obviously revolved around just my grief journey and just trying to see how far I can push my body. And I started doing these 200s last year and just kind of started to check them off the list. And I don't know, I like this distance. It's one that you can get a lot of. You can start off with a bad race and still come on strong because you have so much time, because you're basically going to be out there for 4 days, 5 days. So yeah, you can even have a couple bad days and rally strong. And so it gives you lots of time and just all the different obstacles you have to kind of fight with, like nutrition and sleep and all those different things. And so yeah, I like the test and just to see how far we can kind of push.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of so like you said, you could start with a bad race, which you started with a bad race and then rebounded really well. So I think that's pretty cool. Now I know Luke's why, but Luke, why don't you tell the rest of us what was your why for running this race? And was it Nicole's why or was it your why?
No, it was both our whys. I mean, we've been watching the live stream for probably the last 3 years since I started running ultras. And it was just, I mean, the race looked awesome. It just beautiful. Just so many stories, and it just, I don't know, it just sparked something in me. And it kind of started as like, oh, this is a bucket list. But then I was like, well, we should do it next year. And I mean, it was the next step up. I ran my 200s last year, and it was like the next thing to do. And we figured it'd be a fun vacation trip sort of deal. I mean, most
was
of
it
our
a vacation?
vacations are
Is
races.
that how you would?
Yeah, it was a vacation.
I think I watch how Nicole cruise out there. Nicole loves crewing so much that I think it was definitely a vacation for her. And I don't know, people kept asking me, is Luke talking about quitting? I'm like, dude, it never crossed his mind. Like all the miles I ran with him, like he was enjoying it. We had great conversations. It was, I think Luke enjoyed it, except for that long climb up in the beginning, probably for you, and then that long climb overnight coming into Schnebley Hill. But I think you had a really good time out there.
I loved it. Like the only time I even came close to thinking about quitting was coming into Sedona when my feet were like demolished for whatever reason, and going into shock in the back of the van. And then it was like, I got lidocaine cream and ibuprofen, and like, fuck it, I'll just throw some shoes on and let's go.
Yeah. So
I ain't quitting. I didn't come here to quit. I came here for a bucket.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think with the live stream, they've done a great with this race. Like if you're watching 100-mile live stream like the Western States, it goes by like that.
Yeah.
But here, you could watch it over 4 or 5 days. You're watching stories play out all week long, and I think
Just stay out of the chat.
Yeah, the chat is
Oh
brutal
man,
if you're in there.
that was it was interesting this year.
So, Julian is saying, Luke, you need to permanently remove your toenails. So, I was kind of hoping I did enough pacing that my toenails would fall off, so I was good for Tahoe. But I didn't have that. I didn't have that much luck.
Bang them up, and you should have wore shoes that were like one size too small.
They were too small. The Speed Goat 7 or size too small. Like I went to the Cliftons on most of the pacing because the other ones were too small and they were tearing my feet up. So kind of. So I'm in limbo what I'm doing for Tahoe with shoes. I'm doing a road shoe in the whole thing. So. But let's talk about if you guys got questions, put it in the chat. But I have some good. Me and Bobby Joe have some good questions that we go through. The first 50K up to Crown King, it's actually about 37 miles. What's the vert again? Is it like 13,000 feet or something that you guys got to do?
I think it's something like that. It's a lot. I know the
Yeah.
first
Yeah, I
75
think
miles is like half of the elevation. It's like 20,000 feet.
I think 11,000 is the first 37 miles.
How did that first 37 miles go for you guys?
Horrible. And I'm an optimistic guy, but for me personally, yeah, it was. I just had no pop in my legs. The first 7 miles, I was good to the first that first aid station, and then after that, I was like climbing up. I did get some a couple. I got a mile or so with Cam Haynes, which was cool. So I got to kind of chat with him, but that was about the highlight of it. And then just kind of run with my friends Troy and Adam Williams for a little while. And then I was running behind Mike Versteeg and Jeff Garmeyer, and those two were pretty
Did you see the
entertaining.
fight?
Yeah, that was so. They were just messing around. It was so funny.
That was
People
so
were like,
funny.
"Oh my God, there's a fight." It's like you have to know these guys. Obviously,
Yeah.
most people must not because they're characters. I mean, just
It
look
was
at
so
them.
funny. I don't know how anyone could take that
Hilarious.
seriously.
So, yeah, Troy and I were right behind. We're just like, what is going on? And we could tell that they were just like horsing around. But yeah, and then after that, just the climb up to Lane Mountain was just brutal. I had no pop in my legs. I just ran Boston 2 weeks before, and I just didn't have it in me. And then I got to Crown King, and I put my compression boots on and started feeling better. But then after that, then we got into some nutrition problems. But yeah, I would say the first to Crown King was definitely my least favorite part of the race.
Hey, we actually got video. I got video of you in Crown King. So here's video
boy.
of Josh in Crown King. So first of all, I couldn't find him. I went up the trail to look for him because his tracker said he was coming in, and then I realized he was already in the aid station, and I couldn't
Yeah, because I
find
went
him.
straight to my van. Yeah.
Yeah, you're parked up on a hill. I finally found you. Here's
Oh,
video.
so you
of Jeff.
saw me after, so I was probably in a little bit better.
Yeah. You're
shape when
yeah.
you saw me.
No, he's coming. He's maybe about a mile or two behind you.
Yeah, I had like a great start, and then once the like real technical climbing started, kind of technical stuff's kind of a kryptonite for me, anyways.
I think he's
Not my
frustrated.
strong suit.
I think he's frustrated he couldn't run, so now he's like, I know he's antsing to go.
Yeah.
Garmeyer?
TJ, my crew chief there.
Yeah, he did a great job all
He
by
did.
himself.
He did such a fantastic job. Shout out to TJ.
Yeah.
24-year-old
Jeff
kid.
Garmeyer from the back.
He kind of does.
He does.
Yeah,
He does.
I met him at Moab last year. 24-year-old kid, but man, he was on top of everything and was on time everywhere we went, and was on. Had everything ready to go.
I kept trying to figure out how we can move your vehicle ahead to allow him to pace the section, and I never figured it out.
It's all good. He's kind of dealing with an injury anyway, so.
Yeah. Luke, how'd you do up to Crown King?
I actually really enjoyed that section. I mean, I had a pretty long taper because my ankle was bugging me, so it was pretty light miles for 2 weeks. I was pretty fresh, but now it was really pretty. I actually liked it more than I thought I would. I'm not like a desert cactus guy, but once you start working your way back up into the mountains, it was really pretty. And I mean, obviously I'm not the best climber being a flatlander, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you guys lucked out. You guys had perfect weather going up.
Yeah, and the weather. I mean,
We'll say that. Yeah, the weather was good. And Luke's right. It is very pretty. So I shouldn't, besides my issues, it is a very pretty section. It's just very technical going up.
Yes, for sure. It was a little different than we're used to down here. So.
Yeah, it's in Florida for sure.
Nicole, as a crew chief, how was that section for you up to Crown King?
So it was very hard waiting that long to see my runner. I didn't like that. And then the ride up is very interesting. It's a lot of single switchbacks with a whole bunch of people driving big vans that don't know how to drive big vans. So it got a little sketch, I kind of got a little bit over too far a few times and got some gravel, but we made it up there safely and parked and were ready when Luke came in. So, but it was definitely a venture getting up to that point. So.
Yeah, we had a position up in Bumblebee, and when your runner hit, was it 28 miles, they would call your name out and say, "All right, bib number 75, you guys are clear to go up there," and they give you a ticket and go up. So I remember a couple times driving up, there was a van coming down pretty fast. I go, "Oh, that's Tara Dower." Like, "Oh, that's Jeff Pelletier's van." They're all coming down. So
Yeah.
we have a question from John Reed. You got it?
Yep.
John Reed of You Run You. So the hats we all wear, the You Run You hats. So that's John Reed. So, and we thank you. They got us some stuff for the keys this weekend. So thank you guys there. Did either of you have trouble with the terrain? A lot of people coming into the first aid station bloody.
I didn't. I mean, obviously I was slowing down. I was just having trouble even going up. So yeah, I saw the same thing. There's a lot of people passing me that had bloody knees, and like I mentioned earlier, it's a very technical section. So I think people were, and there are some downhill parts. So I'm sure some people were bombing down and falling, and yeah, there's definitely some bloodied up people. Luckily, I didn't fall until, which we can talk about later, till closer to the end of the race.
Yeah. All right. Again, if you guys have questions, put it in the chat. We're going to keep rolling through. The next section, you basically left Crown King, had to make it over to, you hit a couple high camps, and then made it over to Prescott, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jerome one after that, over to Prescott. The first overnight, how did the first overnight go for you guys?
Luke, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go. The first overnight was actually really, really nice because probably just right before it was right before, it was when I was leaving Crown King. I ended up kind of like striking up conversation with these two other dudes. The one ended up leaving, but then the other guy, Corey, me and him ran together and kind of picked up and dropped runners throughout the night. But it was great because I was with him all the way to Whiskey Row. But it was nice having company, and then it was all pretty much like Forest Service roads, and it was super windy and dusty and cold. It was just nice to have somebody else to talk to and keep you moving. And we were kind of both in a hurry, so in and out of aid stations. It wasn't like you're waiting on some new person you met, but it was actually pretty enjoyable. It was good. It's a good company.
Yeah, so for me, not so great. So after Crown King, I promise the story gets better. After Crown King was moving better, but then my nutrition decided to go south, and I spent from Crown King to Astra basically throwing up and dry heaving most of the section, and I had to hike. But luckily, I could still like fast hike. But anytime I tried to run, like my stomach just wasn't having it. So I got to Astra, sat down for a while, and felt okay, but like my stomach just wasn't having it. And I ate a little bit of food and did some ginger ale, and then took off towards Camp Kippa, and still didn't feel great. Luckily, but I didn't throw up, which was a good sign. But I just kept thinking the whole time, like, I hope Camp Kippa has like a sleep station and I can lay down somewhere. And luckily, I was able to. When I got there, they had an open bed and they had a heater in there, so I ended up sleeping for about 2 hours. Or lay down. I probably slept for maybe an hour. Woke up still not feeling great, but then forced some eggs in me, and then I saw my friend Coops, and then I think this was the first time I saw Luke as well, coming into there, and then left there. It was still dark, but was feeling good, and hiked out with my friend Coops down to Camp K before it got light out. So yeah, first night was a little rough, but by the end, so roughly the first 20 hours was pretty rough for me, and then things slowly started turning around.
Nicole, as a crew, how did it go for you?
So the first night was really great because I got in a hotel for us down in Prescott, very close to the Whiskey Road aid station. So we went there and got some food and had a lovely 6-hour sleep. So going into the second day, the crew on the Vidal side was well rested, well fed, and ready to start the new day. So that was really a good call to get a good hotel room and some nice sleep. So
Oh, that was bonus. Oh, the first night, the sunset. The sunset was unbelievable. I asked Luke later on like how it was for him up on the ridge. Like us driving into Prescott, it was like the sky was on fire. It was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same going into Astro. That was one highlight of this section from Crown to Astro was a nice sunset going on. I got some good pics.
Nice. So, all right. So you roll into Prescott, 75 miles. We saw you both in there. Then you roll out. You have a nice run. That's when you, I think Luke went out before you, and then I turned around and you're running up the road in the Pacer Travel shirt. That's the one we're using for the thumbnail. And I'm like, perfect. I'm grabbing a picture. It's, I think I have video of it too.
Yep.
And then we're heading to the Dells. I'll give you I got a video of Luke in the Dells. So this is a section I've always wanted to run in Prescott, the Dells. I think, Josh, have you run in the Dells before?
Yeah, I paced that section, so I knew that section. So yes, it's beautiful. So yeah, I love that section.
Is it? Everything you picture. Is it on the? Is there a better side on the other side? I thought we would be closer to the water the whole time.
I've only done that trail, the trail that goes through it for Cocodona. I haven't done anything outside of it.
Okay, here's coming into the Dells.
They actually said it gains more traction with water on it sometimes, as long as it's not a flowing river.
Like last year. So how well are those trails marked? How not well are they marked?
That is a great question.
Yeah, that is a great question. They have paint marks that you kind of can follow. And then a lot of it's just paying attention to your watch. But I knew at night, I mean, we both did it during the day. At night, I don't know if you guys saw the little light things on the ground. So they do light it up at night to tell people, because that's another section that at night could be definitely a little tricky. And you could definitely get lost in there if you're not careful. But yeah, but it's manageable, at least during the day.
Yeah, you're kind of following like white dots on the rocks with some flags and stuff. There's a couple of times we questioned. There was a quick turn or something like that, and that's when we got to that section, I'm like, Luke, let me lead, and I'll get us through it and stuff like that. Luke had the course on his watch, so it was easy. He could tell me right away if we were off, where I had to pull out the phone for Cal Topo. So, but that section was only maybe 2 miles or so, and then
it's not very long, and then then you're basically kind of running on a trail that kind of then goes into a neighborhood.
It's like a rails, flat rails to trails, but gravel, and then you're in a neighborhood, and then you're going through Fain Ranch, and actually I didn't think Fain Ranch was as bad as what everybody had talked about. So, what's your opinion on Fain Ranch, Luke?
Go ahead, Luke. Sorry.
My opinion is the worst part of the whole course is basically the neighborhood section to Fain Ranch, and then after Fain Ranch to the bottom of Mingus. That is the worst, most boring, open, garbage part, in my opinion. I mean, maybe people like that shit, but...
Was it the climbing over the fences?
I mean, that wasn't great. Those ladders were sketchy as shit, but...
Wait, so for those of us that haven't seen that, explain.
So you would have Bob, go ahead, Josh. You could probably explain the...
Sure. I mean, they just basically have these ladders that are A ladders. They go over the top of it, so they go over the barbed wire fence, because you're basically going through a pasture for the most part. Although there's no cows, there's cows, and you're actually kind of following like a cow trail. So there's several sections. I don't know how many ladders, maybe 8 to 10. 15. Okay, you counted
Felt
up. I
like
don't know.
15.
Yeah. So
Too
there's
many.
a few ladders, and they moved the
And
aid
they're-
station. So the aid station's a little further away this time because it was at that building before. It used to be. So when you're coming through the field, and then do you remember the section where there's like they were out there doing it when I went through there. There's like cop cars like doing the little like obstacle course thing. So it used to just be right past that at the fairground. So now you got to go like another 2 miles. For a while, I was like, man, where is this right? And then I finally, because my watch was still kind of telling me the old location, and somehow they didn't update it with their latest thing. So but the route's right, but it's telling me I'm already like past Stain Ranch. So I had to ask somebody that was like ahead of me. I was like, this is the right way, right? And they're like, yeah. So yeah, you just go through a bunch of stuff before you get up to the climb to Mingus. And then once you go through the field, once you leave the aid station, there's more field for a while, and then you get to a road, follow road, and then you kind of spur off and then go back behind somebody's house that you're in this like trail, and then you finally get the climb to Mingus.
Here's
Well, it's funny because I watched multiple days of live stream. I didn't see anyone climbing ladders, so
I saw it on one. I was watching a live stream once and I saw it, but yeah, it's basically like, think of like an above ground pool, like the old days.
Yeah.
And you like climb up, climb back into
it's
the
like
pool.
4 feet high or something.
Yeah. And so me and Luke were coming up to, it was a training ground for police cars, and we could see the lights on, and we're like, who are they chasing in this field? And then we got up there and we're running along the fence line, and they're running these cop cars and they're flying. So I take video of the cop car flying up and skidding around a corner. And I pointed out Luke. I sent it to Nicole. I go, we got busted, and she's like, "You scared me." It was funny. I was trying to load it up, but I didn't get it loaded up. So I would like to do it as a short sometime. So and then the hard part was you ran past the aid station for Fain Ranch, and you're like, "Where do I turn? Where do I turn?"
Right.
And then you got to run up. Yeah. So, but here's video coming out of Fain Ranch, heading towards Mingus Mountain.
Video with those clouds in the background.
Doesn't look like it's gonna rain.
So you run, that's just open field. That's the open field you're running through for a while.
Yeah, then you go back underneath the road. Then it's like basically you go underneath a tunnel. That's how you get to the other side. But then there's still 3 ladders just to get back to the trail.
Yep. And then it's
now, would this be a section where the leaders would really, haul ass and pull forward?
Oh, for sure. Definitely very runnable, for sure, outside of getting over the ladders.
Yeah, I think they were definitely probably hitting sub 10s on this. I mean, it's very runnable. If you have legs, it's very runnable. This whole section, it's boring, but it's very, very runnable. And then you hit the climb up to Mingus. I don't know that section because I wasn't pacing at the time. And then you head into the Mingus aid station up there. How was that climb up to Mingus?
Not terrible. I mean, it's a little rocky, but not too bad. And it was, by the time I hit the bottom, it was starting to cool down. So it really wasn't that bad of a climb. And by the time we got to the top, it was super cold and super windy. Like, it's so cold up on the top of Mingus.
It was. We actually have flurries sitting
So
out there in the
cold.
basketball. And that. So here's that video. We went into the lodge up at Mingus. Here's a video of Josh up there getting a massage.
That's not Josh.
Hey, there's
There you go.
Josh.
The person in the chair. That wasn't Josh.
No. Who is that person in the chair? Anybody know who that person in the chair is?
I know.
I know.
That's Andy Glaze. That's Andy Glaze in the chair.
You can get the one of us getting the couples massage.
No, well, no. You showed me the picture. I didn't see the picture.
I saw the video. Did you share the video? I've seen it.
I shared it on my Instagram. Yeah, Andy and I got
that's where I
couples
saw it.
massages. Because he was on there first, and then I got on there, and that's why I was still getting my work done. Because they give you about 15, 20 minutes of massage if you want it.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all were holding hands and everything.
Yeah. Luke was only about 5 to 10 miles behind Andy Glaze. So all day long, every time we came into aid station, there's Andy. And I think Nick helped him at Schnebly Hill. And me and Nicole were doing happy hour at Sedona, and he rolls out and we're talking to him. So just saw him the whole time. So now they did something special up on the top of Mingus. They had the NBA, the Mingus Basketball Association. We kind of, me and Nicole hung out. Nicole shot baskets. And while we were there, Josh Coleman rolled out of Mingus, and we got him on video. Like, Josh is over 6 foot tall, so we would all figure Josh could play basketball. So here's video of Josh with the NBA.
Awesome. All right, 3 shots. Has anybody made it?
And you have to take your sweatshirt off. Hey, you have to take your sweatshirt off. Or just lift it up really quick.
He was wearing his Pacer travel shirt underneath.
Oh, not very good.
At least you just show me shooting. Oh, I guess there's the rim. Oh, no. Air ball.
What do you get for 3 air balls?
Looks cold.
It's not a basketball. I hit the rim.
Did you guys see who won? Because I know they were doing the score.
No. So I was talking to what's Goldberg's first name? Kevin Goldberg. I was talking to him at Schnebly. I said, so who won? He goes, I screwed up. He goes, we had like 5 people tie with 20 points. He's like, I should have done it differently where we could have got a winner and stuff like that. So props to him. He was out there all night long. So I don't know, Luke, how'd you do? I haven't seen your video yet.
Well, at least Josh hit the rim.
Once.
I haven't touched a basketball in like 15 years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
There were most
running.
people didn't do good.
I sucked when I had touched a basketball. So
it was. Nicole sending me his video.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. I did take video for you, Jeff.
Do not play that video.
We'll put it in the long form video movie. So,
Okay.
So you leave Mingus, and this is a kind of a long section. I think it's 17 miles. You're sending off of Mingus, but you also have some climbing on the backside going into Jerome. And we hit it. I know we hit it overnight. I think you hit it at sundown, Josh. Very long section. How did that set? It was just a long, switchbacks coming off of Mingus, and then some old mining roads and stuff. How did that section go for you guys through the second night?
I can start. It went pretty well. So it's funny. That was the first time I'd seen Andy Glaze, and so I was asking about that section since he's done it I guess at that point 5 times going to and he says it's his worst section. He just does not like that section. So I'm playing in my head like, oh, this is going to be an awful section. I really didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it was definitely a little technical, but there was definitely some rundown parts. I was feeling pretty good at that point going into the second night, and so I was cruising pretty good, and definitely passed a few people going into Jerome. So I was definitely feeling it, and saw a couple of friends that weren't doing so well. So I got to see them and kind of keep them encouraged. And so, yeah, I didn't think it was too bad going into Jerome. And then I think after Jerome, then it's a Deer Pass.
Horse. What's that? Dead Horse.
Horse is first.
Horse.
Yeah.
Dead Horse. Yeah. So Dead Horse. Yeah, it was still dark for me. Was that the water section?
Yeah. You go through the Verde River.
Yeah. So that part was very windy, and like I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know if I was in somebody's backyard for a while. So I'm going through that section, and then I don't even know if I went through the right part going through the water, but luckily I found the trail, and then got into the Dead Horse, and I was still feeling pretty good at that point, and didn't stay there very long, and turned around and kept going to Deer Pass.
Yeah. What's funny is I was pacing this section. We didn't see a single person on this.
Wow.
on this whole section, 17 miles. We could see headlamps ahead of us and headlamps behind us, but other than that, we never saw a single person.
I saw a lot of people in this section.
Yeah. When we got down in Jerome, we saw a lot of the 125 runners, but other than that, I thought Luke, you handled this section really well. How'd you feel about this section?
It was all right. I think before we left, I tried to take a nap. I think I got maybe like 45 minutes, and it was like my first sleep. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I was awake, but I was less tired than I would have been. But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. Once you get out, coming down Mingus was not bad. A little rocky, a little slippery, but then you get out on those roads, and it was not bad. And coming down into Jerome was actually kind of cool. Just seeing Jerome, the lights, being in the dark, the lights of the city it was kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was about.
I agree.
Okay, I think my goal was to get you in there at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
let
we
you
were right on time.
Sleep for about an hour and a half, so you woke up with the sunrise, and then start off in that next section. I know coming down, my phone started blowing up about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I guess they had announced that the runner had died on the course. So everyone's like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, yep, we're coming into Jerome. We were perfectly fine. We're moving well, and rolled in. You rolled into Jerome, got a nap, and then I thought the next section, you at one point you clicked off a 9:30 mile going through town, and we had the bike parade coming. All the kids going to elementary school, they had a bike parade. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, that was the rest was definitely much needed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that next section was really nice. Besides that ridiculous hill with the rocks and the glass.
The town dump.
Yeah. Whatever it was.
Such a weird little section.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was a cool overlook, but just a little sketchy.
Yeah.
And then going through town and then running into Dead Horse was pretty cool. That's a nice little section of trail. Crossing the river wasn't all that bad. I mean, it was almost shin deep. It was shin deep. Almost knee deep.
Knee deep for the shorter people.
Yeah. And then,
half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ankle.
You're so.
Didn't even get your shoes wet.
Yeah.
But,
I tried. No.
Yeah.
Dead Horse was nice. We got to see the aid station captain. Did you miss Andy Matthews there, Josh?
I did not.
He was probably sleeping.
Yeah, I was still. It was still dark when I got there, so I did the whole section still in the dark. It didn't get light for me until I was on my way to Deer, and then I just got blinded by the sun. Sunrise going into the sun was like right in my eyes, going into Deer.
Yeah. I don't know that next section, so we'll call it Dead Horse to Sedona, 26-mile section. I didn't crew it. How did that go for you guys?
Yeah, I mean it's long. I don't know. I had a going into from Deer Pass to like Sedona, so it was light. Definitely runnable, sections if you wanted to run. And then there's definitely some people like trying to run me down. So I kind of kept my pace going into, getting into Sedona. There was one guy that did him and I kind of went back and forth. He had a pacer with me. And then, once I got to Sedona, it was pretty warm. I can't remember if it was probably late morning, maybe mid-morning when I got to Sedona. Starting to be a bit of a blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember I did hangover during the day.
So by this time, deprived of it. It's just every section kind of blends into itself.
Yeah, it's like I remember it, but then I don't always remember all the times. I just remember if it was light or day or
Mhm.
yeah, I know it was still morning when I got into. And Jeff, I got another massage too at Sedona. So I got a nice
He's
stretch.
getting his money's worth.
Heck yeah, I'm getting my money's worth. Those stretches, man, they make a world of difference. People are missing out that aren't getting them.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just massaging; they're stretching you too.
Again, if you guys got any
I'm a no
questions,
touchy person.
I love it.
if you guys got any questions, throw them in the chat. So we'd love to hear your guys' questions. So Luke, that section with
The section was terrible. But I also hit it like 10 a.m. probably, maybe right around there. But I was with Nick, and it got so hot.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
It didn't make
And
you feel
it's-
like you were at home?
No,
Heat?
it's a totally different heat out there. It was like 95 and totally exposed,
Oh, it
Yeah.
got that hot. Wow.
dry, and it was everybody was miserable. Even the 125ers that were only, they had a
50
quarter
miles
of the
in.
miles I had on my legs. They were suffering.
Yep.
And it just seemed like it lasted forever.
Yep.
And ever. And then you get to past the first aid station, and then you go out to the school where they had like a water drop,
Yep.
and that you get some pretty extreme climbing in that section, but some of the most awesome views of the whole race. And then there's a little windy section back to the crew spot, which in Sedona, and I don't know, that section beat me up. I was already probably dehydrated, and just coming into the street, I'm like, oh, I do not want to be on the street. My feet are killing me.
Yep.
And that was seemed like 3 miles maybe from where you come out on the street to through Sedona and then up to that aid station. But
A little bit of a climb there at the end.
yeah,
To that main street. Yep.
yep.
Nicole, how was this section for you as a crew chief?
So I got a little cabin at Dead Horse. So the crew got some showers and some rest in our little cabin. Yeah, crew life. And then from there we took over to the park. Jeff got some extra rest in the car, so he'd
He
be ready
tends to
for
do
his
that.
pacing duties. And I just kind of hung out at the aid station. And I sat at the aid station. I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden, Andy Glaze came and sat next to me. So he sat next to me for about 30 minutes or so before he went in to take a sleep break. I got to see Amy Ray. So it was just nice. Definitely it was hot and I was looking for shade. But it went fairly well until Luke got to the car. But yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, all right, we do have some questions in the chat. We got a couple of questions in the chat. All right, we'll start with John Reed. Did you have to make any major adjustments in your hydration strategy throughout the race?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to drink. Towards the end, it seemed like my mouth was endlessly dry.
Hmm.
And I don't know if that was due to the heat. I thought it was like something else, like a cold or something. But Nicole told me afterwards that she was having the same problem too.
It's the
Just
desert air.
constantly, your mouth is just constantly dry. I was chewing gum and it was like chewing on chalk because my mouth was so dry, and it just seemed like you couldn't drink enough water.
Yeah.
My pee was the perfect color, but it was just drinking water constantly, just little sips just to keep my mouth moist. But as far as like getting dehydrated, I don't think I ever got dehydrated because I just wanted to constantly drink fluid.
Yep.
Are you
Yeah.
more used to it, Josh?
I was good on hydration, no issues. I don't do a lot of sports drink stuff. I just do salt pills, so I was staying up on all that. But yeah, I didn't really adjust it, but I'm probably a little more adjusted than you all that have to come from the East Coast. So with the dry mouth, I totally get that. I remember the first few races I did out here, I definitely had that same issue, but I think my body's finally just adjusted to it. So yeah, hydration went well. Just nutrition was the only thing I had to adjust, but hydration didn't really change anything. Just stuck to water and salt pills.
Cool deal. All right, I want to keep you guys to an hour, so we're going to speed it up a little bit. So next section, we're going probably Sedona. Probably we went for you guys. A lot of you guys, this was the third night up over the hill. What is it? Hangover, long climb up onto the plateau, and then all the way over to. You had a couple aid stations, but we'll say over to Fort Tuthill. So Luke, you're up since Josh is loaded buffering.
All right. Well, when I came into Sedona, I took my shoes off. My feet were absolutely throbbing. That was the only spot that I was even close to contemplating dropping. And yeah, once I put the shoes back on, and then you got me moving again, and like, oh yeah, we're gonna go do Hangover. I'm like, okay. And I'd done any research. I'd heard it was pretty bad, but it was bad. That was the scariest shit. And you're jumping around in your Clifton road shoes or whatever with no poles, and I'm up there like with trail shoes on and my poles. That was the scariest thing I've ever done in my entire life, and I would never ever do it again.
And he did this at night.
Yeah, I slipped like an inch, and it freaked me out, and I grabbed a freaking cactus, and I still have cactus spurs in my hands. And yeah, but I mean, other than that, once we got off of it, that was pretty fun too, like hallucinating down the road with you.
Yeah, we literally, I think for 2 miles, me and Luke slept up, walking up a hill. We had a long hike up onto the Cocodona Plateau, and I let him get ahead of me. We were both, I wanted to see how long I could sleepwalk for, and it was a nice wide road. I stuck to the middle, and actually it was pretty entertaining. Like every time I'd open my eyes, I would see something different. And then finally, I just ran up to Luke, woke up, and Luke's like, "Yeah, I'm hallucinating too."
I don't normally see visual stuff, but I was seeing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Did you get any hallucinations, Josh?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I did Hangover in that section. So I did it during the day. So I can't imagine doing it at night. So I got from there to Schnebly Hill during the day. It was pretty hot though, but I just kind of hiked pretty much the whole time. I didn't do a lot of running just to preserve energy, and it's very exposed, very hot. And so I just
Yeah, that's just a long going up the plateau. It's about 4 miles of uphill, and it got, for us at night, it just got colder and colder. Josh will jump back in a second. So got into Schnebly early in the morning. I think Luke slept, and then heading back over to Fort Tuthill. All right, there you are.
I don't know what's going on. It keeps just going out on me.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So luckily we're all there with you, so we can add in when you pop out. So so you Josh, you're on your last day leaving. You went overnight at Schnebly, probably the Tuthill overnight.
Yeah, so did that all pretty much overnight. It was still light out when I left Schnebly, but then obviously it got dark, and then by the time I got to what's the aid station right before?
Munns.
Yeah, so I got the Munns in dark, feeling pretty good. Didn't stay there about 30 minutes left, and then just cruised, and from there.
From there, we lose him again.
Yeah,
he's in Newcastle. I mean, he's in like
it got dark, you know.
Yeah, it got dark. That's a long. What was that section? Maybe 14 miles. No, 14 miles you had to do on your own, and then it was 16 or 17 from Munns to Tuthill. So nice long section. So Luke had, at that point, Luke had Nick with him getting over to Tut Hill. And we had to push him because we had to get down to the airport.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you handled it really well. I think you ran very, very well over to
I
Tut
failed
Hill.
all my questions at Tut Hill.
Oh,
You
did
did
you?
not fail them.
Yes, I failed all except for the day.
What were the questions?
They asked me like what name 2 holidays in May, and the only thing I could ramble off was May Day.
They didn't ask me any questions.
Lucky.
I think
No,
I was
they-
sleeping when I got there. It was like very early in the morning, just about sunrise when I got there.
That's funny. That's funny. So, from Tut Hill, you got you head what is it, another 14 to 16 miles over to Walnut, and then over to Wildcat before you start to hike up over Eldon. And I mean, we'll go from Tut Hill to the finish. How are you guys?
Yeah, how was that Eldon all by yourself? That's what I want to hear
I'll go
about.
first just in case I cut out, and then Luke can jump in. Yeah, so very runnable section. Kind of Walnut Hills can get a little boring and mundane for a while, but it's definitely very smooth and powdery. And then same thing to Wildcat. It doesn't take very long to get over there. I mean, it's just not a long section. And then Eldon. Yeah, I was feeling good. I was ready to be done. My tracker was all screwed up, so I had people thought I had dropped. So I was calling my mom on the way up to Eldon. So I called my mom, said, I'm good. I'm feeling good. I'm going to get this thing done today. Charged up Eldon. I think I passed a couple people and then got down to, and then that technical section, I passed a few more people. And I was just on a high. I was riding a high as long as I could and just flew, got up to the Trinity after the technical part. There's still a little bit more for you to get to Trinity. And then from Trinity, then it's another 4 miles to the finish, go through Buffalo Park, which is really cool. There was a lot of people that were like, hey, are you Josh? And like people were like asking me. So I guess they were tracking me. So which was really cool. And I think I passed one more guy going through Buffalo Park. He was walking it out. I think he was just done. And then, then got to the turn and I was pretty fired up and was glad to be done.
So we do have video of Josh's finish.
250 miles for Josh! Oh, some high five! Next one! He's taking out the finisher,
Yeah. Of course you get that.
I love that finish.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job. I now from Nicole jumped in and paced from Tut Hill over to Walnut. We're gonna not talk about what I did.
Thank you, Jeff.
From a year from now. You jumped in as a pacer. How did that go pacing over to Walnut?
It went really well, I think. Just tried to keep him moving. I think he was just behind me sleepwalking, and I just tried to keep him moving at least a 20-minute pace. As he was behind me, he would kind of fall out. I'd turn around. He'd be like, stop shining the light in my eyes. I'd be like, all righty, keep moving.
That's when you need one of those, those toddler leashes? The little...
I felt like I was on one.
Yeah. But I think it went really well. It helped him make miles through the night so that we didn't have to sleep until we made it to Walnut. So it definitely was a great adventure out there. We had some fun before he fell asleep. But no, it was my first time really pacing. So I hope I did okay.
She did perfect. We stayed moving.
Nicole.
We didn't get lost.
Hey,
that's all you got to do.
That's the main goal. Get from point A to point B. That's a pacer.
Yep.
Now you said, Luke, you loved going up over Eldon. You said that you just enjoyed it so much that you took your time going.
It was my favorite part of the entire race.
I love that climb. I absolutely love it. I really do.
It's so pretty.
It's the best part of the race, honestly.
Yes, I agree. That's
you got
I
to be
took
part of
my
the,
time going over Eldon. I kind of was reflecting. It was my dad's birthday the prior Thursday. So, and just thinking about him and our hikes we used to do back in the day, and I probably took at least 2 hours longer than I should have or could have, but now I sat down in the shade up at the top and had a snack, and I was just loving life, and
Awesome.
yeah, it was good. And yeah, I had friends messaging me like, "Keep going." I'm like, "Hold on, man.
Let me enjoy my
I'm just
race.
enjoying the freaking
This is my
journey."
moment.
Yeah, Rachel
And
didn't. Rachel didn't sit up there and enjoy her time up there. You wanted to enjoy it.
Well,
Get
we
your money's
run
worth.
races for different reasons. Some people do it for their pro status. I just do it for fun. But yeah, no, made it to the top, and then Nicole, somebody at the last aid station was like, "Oh yeah, take it easy on the backside. It's kind of treacherous." And Nicole's like, "Oh, be safe." And so I'm like trying to be safe going down the backside, which is just massive boulders.
Yeah.
And that didn't really work out. I slipped and landed on my tailbone. I'm like, that hurt. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna run this thing. And I love running downhill, especially on boulders, even though we don't do it that often. But yeah, it was so much more efficient and way more fun. But probably why my feet hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be part of the highlight reel. Did you guys see the drones and stuff when they were filming you? Were you guys
No.
Are they that close? Are they
Those pictures that
away?
were taken of me were a cameraman.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, that was like apparently a big name guy, because somebody at the top was like, "Oh yeah, so and so is waiting down there with the camera. Like, look good." Like,
They had a lot of drone footage of the Eldon stuff when we were watching. We kept trying. Everybody in the chat's trying, go to this runner, of course. And then as you were coming into the finish, I knew you were coming down. We could tell.
yeah,
And they cut you an interview. No,
Yeah.
show the drone footage.
Yeah, they had a lot of camera people out there, but they would pick and choose what they would go to. So like we didn't see Luke run in, but then he sent me a video from his meta glasses, and you could see a cameraman with him the whole time. Now the next runner behind him was on footage all the way in.
Yeah.
So, but the start was crazy. There was drones everywhere. It was like Christmas there.
yeah.
It wasn't the live stream. It was everybody else with drones.
Yeah, all the influencers.
It was crazy. They were talking about it. So the 200 plus races have basically become like the influencer race. If you're an influencer, that's what you're going to do. And it was crazy, the cameras out there and stuff. And I have my little GoPro. So Luke, you finished. What was it like coming down Beaver, turning onto what's the turn, Nicole? You knew it.
Left on the birch.
We're left on the birch.
The most famous left in sports.
It was it was awesome. I mean, the worst part is that like I had legs back at that point, but man, sucking in all that freaking dust all week. Like, I'm pretty sure I have a chest infection. I've been getting like bloody noses every day still, but I could not breathe. So like I'd try to just do like a nice 12-minute pace, and it would just, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get in the air, and I was just struggling. Like even in that meta video, you could hear like I'm like huffing and puffing doing probably like a 13-minute pace. And it kind of sucked, but just knowing I'm about to finish Cocodona 250 was just the most thrilling feeling. It was so awesome. And then turning that corner, which I've seen so many people do on the live stream, was just surreal. It was just like, oh my God, this is really happening.
Yep.
And then crossing the finish line, I'm like, man, that was fucking awesome.
Josh, what's better, left onto Birch or left onto Boylston Street?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, they both have, man. I mean, obviously, left on Boylston, there's a lot more people.
Yeah, right.
It depends when you're going through there, but I mean, they're both pretty epic. But yeah, but turning down in that alley is definitely that right into the alley is pretty surreal. I think that's almost more thrilling, and then you see everybody down there. And then it was a little light, so that's why I was coming down. I was getting people fired up, but I kind of did a similar motion when I did the Eldon Crest 38 2 years ago, and yeah, there's just a great feeling when you go across that line, and just everything you put into that race is just all let out.
Yeah, I've done the turn, but I did it on the Flagstaff Crest. So so we'll see. We got a question from the chat from John Ballman. What would you do more of or differently for training if you were to go back?
I would triple, quadruple my hill training on the treadmill, since that's the only option. Maybe even go up to like North Georgia for a couple weekends and run some hills and camp. But yeah, definitely more hills. Other than that, I don't think you could really train for anything else, as far as like the dry heat or the dust.
Yeah,
maybe wear a face mask of some sort next time.
Throw
I
sand
don't
in your face in front of a fan while you run on the treadmill.
know. Yeah, I'll do the treadmill and I'll just have Nicole stand there and throw sand through a
Yeah. I would definitely train more, go out there and train more on that climb up the lane. I thought doing Black Canyon was enough, but it's not nearly enough. So I would definitely go out there and do some more training up Lane Mountain and get more into that longer technical uphill. But yeah, other than that, I felt ready. I mean, I'd been pretty heat acclimated, so I wasn't too concerned about that, although it wasn't really that. He wasn't too much of an issue compared to other years. But yeah, I think other than that, I mean, you probably never do enough hill training, like Luke said. So
I did come up with an idea. I want to somehow build a treadmill where you can attach like the climbing rocks onto the belt.
Yeah.
And then it will be very, very similar. And I think this is a multi-million-dollar idea.
There you go. Yeah. Treadmill with rocks on it, little boulders on it.
Yep.
I like it. I love it.
Josh, I thought about if I do Cocodona, going out and doing Crown King in the same year.
Yeah. I think I would probably, sign up for that race. So did you put in for the lottery?
I still got a couple of days to decide. So
you might as well throw your hat in there.
So
come on, Jeff, you can do it.
I know Nicole and Luke are already ready to go back, and I'm like, I'm hoping I can pull Josh in too if I get in.
Oh, I already decided after I'd definitely do it again, but I'm a sucker for
put your name in. Yeah.
No, I already did. I already signed up, so we'll.
Okay. All right. Couple things for Nicole. Lindsay Reed says if we're casting votes for crew chief of the year, Nicole gets it, and then. Someone wants to know how much sleep did Nicole get? Okay, let's cut out the first night, because the first night we got 6 hours of sleep.
Right. So I probably got like 8 hours total, I think. Probably.
Yeah. So I did get the night sections, but I got the showers. I got 2 showers. Nick did not get the night sections. Nick did not get showers. And literally I pulled him from the course and he boarded the plane in his running gear, like still dusty and everything, just nasty. Nick.
Oh, those poor passengers.
Yes.
He was a trooper about it. I was willing to stop, and
well, I'm sure he was fine. I'm worried about the people who had to sit next to him.
You should have heard about the lady that sat next to him. That was she moved the armrest up and put her head on his shoulder. I guess she was insane.
Oh geez. I didn't see. We boarded the plane. I never saw Nick again because we hit Atlanta. He went one way, I went one way, and we weren't sitting next to each other. I never saw him again, and I know he got home, but I went to Kentucky. He went to Tampa. So, one last question: was it harder to navigate lake to ocean or Cocodona? This would be for Luke.
Lake to ocean, 100%.
Yeah.
That's harder.
Navigation.
There's no markings, and you're in the swamp.
Yeah. Navigation
and you
wasn't
can't
too
use
bad.
GPX at Lake to Ocean.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
we did. So
have you ever done that, Josh? When you were down here?
So we're hoping Josh is planning to be in Florida in November. So we're hoping.
Tampa 100 or what? What are you doing?
Don't
You want
do
to
it.
tell people what you're thinking, Josh?
Thinking about doing across Florida. We'll see.
Yeah. We're trying to convince him.
TBT. TBD.
Yeah, well, yeah. We're trying to convince him to do big scrub.
Or big scrub. Yeah, I can do one of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
TBD.
Well, you got family down here ready to.
Oh, for
pace
sure.
you
I'll
and throw you.
definitely be in Florida. I just don't know if I'll be doing any races yet. But I will definitely be in Florida. And I'll definitely, stop by and see you all, or maybe we can get a little group run together at some point.
Yeah. So Josh has Tahoe. What are we sitting out? Almost a month out, 4 weeks out.
Yeah, month. Yeah, it's June 12th, so 30 days.
Luke, what do you have next?
Lake to Ocean. 2 weeks.
I didn't hear. What did he say?
Lake to Ocean in 2 weeks.
Oh, Lake to Ocean in 2 weeks.
There you go.
Got to. It's my fourth time.
Yeah. He likes that course. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for being on tonight. So I thought this was great. Loved breaking down the course with you guys. And it is being recorded. So if you didn't catch it tonight, you can still catch it. Not you guys, but anybody else can catch it later on. Watch it while we'll be down at Keys all weekend long. So we'll be live streaming the race down there. So it'll be great.
Yay.
So tune in to Pacer Travel. We got a lot
Much more
going on.
easier course to navigate.
Yep. If you get lost in that course, then you got some people will still get lost in that course. So
That's sad.
Yeah. So
I'll try to make sure I tune in some.
Yeah. Text me if you want to jump on. We could chat. So you guys too, Luke, Nicole.
I'll probably be in Montana then. So maybe I'll find a cool spot in Montana.
Yeah.
So
sounds good. Yeah, we're excited.
Dues.
Josh is traveling all around the country for his 50th birthday. So each week we're gonna.
Awesome.
Yeah, might jump in and do some stuff. Yeah. So I'll have more on that coming up here shortly. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Appreciate you all.
Yep.
Thank you, John Reed. Appreciate you.
Yeah. And then one last one. I don't know who the Right Coast 912 is. So, and then John Ballman. John, is it Brian?
Brian.
Okay. So, and John Ballman, congrats on the Big Scrub 150. All right. So, all right. We'll talk to you guys later. If you're in the chat, we'll see you Thursday night on the weekly show. And thank you for joining us tonight.